Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in live. Sorry, there was a bit of some technical issues here. And welcome, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. And for those of you who are just tuning in or just start following me, my name is Fozia. I live here in Canada with my husband and two lovely kids. I'm an accounting by profession and also a successful online business owner, which I started about 2 years ago. Today, we have a special guest on my business page, Coach Karen. She's a wife, a mom, a mentor, a coach, and a successful entrepreneur. And we're here to learn a little bit about her and how she started this business and where she's at and if she's happy or not with joining this online business. Hi, Karen. How are you?
Hi, Fozia. Thank you. I'm good. Thank you for having me here today. How are you?
No problem. I'm good too. Thank you. Sorry about the technical issues here. And Karen, can you please introduce yourself to our followers who are just following us right now? Where you're from, how many you guys are in the family, and why and where did you start working online?
Okay, sure. That's a long loaded question, but I'll try to get through it. So, hi everyone. As Fozia and introduced, my name is Karen Nguyen, and I'm currently living here in British Columbia, Canada as well. And I have been in this business for over 4 years now. And prior to that, I owned and run my own small dental lab. So I'm actually a dental technician by profession. And she said, I'm married, two kids. My daughter's 18, my son is 15 now. And the reason why I got into this business, because even though I already owned a successful dental lab business that is generating a very lucrative income for us, we had a very comfortable life. Finance wasn't much an issue for us, while we ran that lab. But the only thing was that lab was taking up a lot of time because even though we were making good money, but it was still the hands-on work. So it's more like trading time for money. I was working like 7 days a week, even 16 hours a day on some days. So as you can imagine, that would really leave me with no time for anything at all. And as a mom, that was not the life that I envisioned for myself as a mom, because my parents are immigrant to Canada. So, I mean, they had to work hard. So we never really had them around during our childhood growing up. I'm in a family of six, so I have five other siblings. So we kind of just took care of ourselves and went through things. And, when you were younger at school, when there's that parent day or something and you have other kids have their mom or dad come in, and you feel a little bit sad because you don't, but like that's just the way it is, because my parents were immigrants. They didn't understand the culture and they were just too busy working to provide for us. So I always when I was a mom, I want to be there for my kids. So but then life gets busy, life is expensive, and I get kind of trapped into the same cycle of working, and kind of neglecting my children. And then until my daughter entered, starting to transition to high school, that's when I just had a big wake up call and realized, oh my goodness, she's going to high school. Like she's going to be out of school. And where have all those years gone by that I never was there for her? So it really kind of struck something in me, and I go, you know what, I need to do something, because I don't want to look back in a few years when both of my kids are all grown up and I'm going to live with regrets that why didn't I spend that time, because we know that we can always make more money, but we cannot take back the time that we've lost. So it really pushed me to try something new, go out of my comfort zone. I thought about, closing my lab down, starting something else where it's less time, but any other physical, traditional brick and mortar business would still require me to physically be there to run it. And also starting a traditional business is the startup cost is more expensive, right? You're looking at hundreds of thousands, and it's kind of risky, because for me to do that, I would have to shut down my lab, which means we don't have an income stream until the new business take off. So it was just like very risky. So I ended up just staying where I am because it's working. But then of course I still yearn for that time until I came across this business. I mean, I wasn't looking for an online business because honestly, I'm not tech savvy. So I never imagined working online or making money online. But I guess the business found me. And by the grace of God, I said, I have nothing to lose. because with this business, I can do it as on the side, part-time, alongside my full-time job, because it's flexible and the startup cost is small compared to anything out there. So I'm like, if I don't try this, then I might regret. So I jumped in not knowing anything, but we have an amazing program that walks you through literally everything from scratch, from someone like me never owning a Facebook account to being today, 4 years later, being a successful online business owner. And today I'm working with thousands of people around the world, helping moms like myself break away from that 9 to 5 cycle so that they can have the time with children, and that the kids can have their mom back in their lives, because every child deserves a mom, and it's so precious that we are able to be there. I mean, just to see the smile on our kids' face is worth it. Just like the other day, I went to see my son's school play, a musical actually, and just to see him being on stage, just beaming, like just glowing because he sees me in the audience, like that just melts my heart, and that just makes everything so worth it. Even though in the beginning it was truly scary, truly uncomfortable, because I've never worked online. But like I said, my kids were my biggest motivation, my biggest why to kind of push myself to go beyond what I'm comfortable with, to go outside of my comfort zone, because I yearn for that change, for that time with my kids. So that's a little bit about me and why I'm sitting here today. Yeah.
Yeah. When you get married, your priority becomes your career and your husband, and after that, when you have kids, your priority is your kids. Like you want to make sure that you're always there and you're always showing up, because they only need us in the moments. Not, they don't need the money. They won't remember the toys that you get them and stuff like that, right? How long have you been in the business? When did you start it?
So I mentioned I've been in business over 4 years now. So I started back in September of 2018. So sort of like August is when I got introduced into this. But I mean, like I said, I was scared, I was skeptical. So it did took me almost a month to actually decide to go for it. So towards the end of August, that's when I kind of made my investment. And then I guess early September, that was when I, was able to be up and running, because I went, training was easy. So it took me about 2 weeks to get through. And so within 2 weeks of making my investment, my business was up and running. Yeah.
Many people think anything to do online is a scam. What can you say to these individuals? Do you think this is a scam?
Well, if it's a scam, you and I would not be sitting here. If it's a scam, I would not be posting my family all over Facebook, all over social media every day. And I would not be giving out people my phone number, like all of that, right? Because I totally get it. The reality is there are scams, there are fraud out there online that are taking advantage of people. But at the end of the day, there are legitimate opportunities or business out there as well. So it just comes down to you doing your diligence, doing your homework. If you're just calling everything a scam, that means I don't take that to heart, because I feel like if people are just branding everything, like a blanket everything, without getting all the right information, then it doesn't, for me, I don't validate their comment or their judgment, because they did not, go, find out about our business, what we do, because we're 100% legitimate, because we are registered with the government. We pay our taxes yearly. So as far as I'm concerned, how can it be a scam if the government is getting a cut of what you earn? Because if they don't recognize you as being legal or legitimate, they're not going to tax you, right? Yeah. So, I mean, that's for me. I'm getting taxed, even though I don't like to pay the tax, but it's just to show and prove that it is legitimate. And I think those people, they're scared. Could be in the past they have been scammed or burned, so they seem everything online is scam. But with everything moving towards the online space, there are opportunity out there. But like I said, you just have to do your homework, do the research, and find one that's a good fit for you. Because this may be a great fit for myself and for Jose here, but it may not be for you. But then maybe there's other opportunity out there that is more suitable for you. So I'm not saying that you not pass it, but before you kind of brush it off or call it a scam, just to take some time, like, register for our free workshop, for our webinar, and come in and watch it and see what it's about and how we do it. Because we do have this presentation live 2 times a week. So And we've been doing this for over 6 years now. That's how long our community has been around. So if it's a scam,
Amazing.
mostly
Yeah.
they don't hang around this long, especially on the
No.
line space. If it's a scam, they'll be up and running, get all their money and they disappear and you don't see or hear them again. But we've been here over 6 years now. And we do the live 2 times a week, every week. And every week you'll see new people from our community coming on, sharing their journey, their stories of, what they were doing and why they got into the business and what the business has done for you. And if you come on every week, you will see different faces. So they're not the same people coming on. They're not hired actress. So like I said, those are the little things that you do your homework on. And starting a business is a big decision. So you should do all the investigation, get all the details, get all the information before you decide. So
you got to do your due diligence and do your researches and then make a decision based on
that requires you investing the time into finding out, because if you're looking for something quick and without you spending the time and the effort to look into it to find out, then most likely you're going to be scammed because you're just looking for something quick. And reality is, it's like, real business is not a get rich quick scheme. That's all it is.
Yeah, that's how it is. Some people, they want to get rich in one night. Sorry.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen.
And they wonder why.
Some time and effort in order to be successful, right? Nobody gets from like step 1 to step 100 in one step, right? So
overnight.
Yeah, exactly. When you started this business, what changes do you see in yourself and in your life?
Oh, there's, beside the upfront financial gain that, that's because money is not everything. But money is just a means to what you want out of life. So obviously, for me, doing this business because I want the financial gain, because in that way it can allow me to cut back the hours in my lab. Because if I stop working in the lab, obviously the income is going to come down and that's going to be able to support our family. So I need a supplement source of income so that when we have that income, then I'm comfortable to cut down the hours, and that gives me time to spend with my children. And that was my goal, is to spend with my children. And that's what I have achieved already within the first year in the business. I have noticed that I've got more time with my kids. And I think it's just having that time, like just getting, just those quality time, bonding with your kids. And then also on another level, because before, with our busy life schedule and work and everything, you're like on a hamster wheel, right? You get up, you work, you go eat, you go to sleep, and then you just don't have time to reflect on your life. So I know for me, this business has been life-changing, not financially, but also on a personal development side, because now I kind of look at life in a different perspective, even though, yes, we do, the truth is, the reality is, we do need money to continue our life.
You cannot live without money.
So. But then also at the same time, money is not going to make you happy, because when you look at the rich people, like they seem pretty, they have all the money in the world, but I don't see them.
Many things, it provides you a lot of things, that stress that you're worried about your financial and everything, you won't have to worry about that. And if your kids want something, you're able to get them, right? Not say, oh, sorry, next paycheck, right? That's the difficult part of that. Is this business just for educated people or people who are tech savvy, do you think? Or it could be for anyone?
So our business is actually designed specifically to help the ordinary everyday people that's never worked online, that's got no technical background or business background. So we literally got a training program that walks you from zero to, all the way up and fully running. So build your business from scratch with no experience. Along with our amazing training website, each individual that comes on is also assigned a mentor and a coach. So that's someone that's going to be there to hold your hand, walk you through the process. If you ever get stuck, have a question, we can help you. So we do have people from all walks of life, from nurses to doctor to accountant yourself to business owner like me, to pharmacists, and then just to ordinary immigrants that have come to Canada with no training or skills, or even very limited English. So they've always kind of worked in the restaurant industry as servers, or in the labor, or I mean, in my community, there's a lot of Vietnamese that just do the nails technician.
Yeah.
So for them, like, they don't really have technical skills or background, and even their English is limited, but they're still able to be able to run this business successfully. So it just shows that this business is, yeah, like you said, pretty much open to everyone. The only one thing that you do need to be successful is a big why, a big reason, or a strong mindset of wanting change in your life. Because building business is not going to be easy. Just like you said, it's not going to be overnight, and it's going to take time, effort, and patience to build. So if you are ready to make that commitment and make a change in your life and have another source of income, then I highly recommend you to, check it out. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not going to lose anything, right? You're going to just gain some knowledge, and you're going to see if this is for you or not, right?
Yes, exactly.
It could be something that changes your life that you were searching for many years, right?
Yeah.
Like, as they say, follow the callings. If you keep seeing it, you got to take that step, right? Take the first step. Do you still have some time, Karen? Or
I do have a few minutes because we did have a bit of a technical difficulty, so we did start it late, and I do have an appointment.
Yeah, sorry about that.
That's okay. That's not your fault. But do you have any other, question?
Yeah, I do have. How do you find the community support here? Is it just like for people who speak English, or because this business is international, right? It's global. So do you think only like people who speaks English has to join this group, or can it be like as a second language too? Like, do they have to be fluently in English or not?
No. So like I said, it's designed for just regular people. And we are a global international business community. We do have people from all walks of life in every part of the country. And our training, or most of our thing, is in English, because English seems to be the also like kind of almost like international language. There are many countries that speak English, or even in many countries that have their native language, but most of them will have English as their second language, because I mean, they'll need that to communicate or do business with other countries around the world. So that's why English is our main platform. But for sure, you don't need fluent English. You don't need good English. Basically, you just need basic English. Like if you're able to read like basic reading, and then also writing, listening. But then also the amazing thing with technology now is, like, even if you have very, very little, we have an amazing tool that's called Google Translate. And obviously, if you join this business under a mentor or a business partner that's from your same background, they can also help you, guide you in your own language. Because obviously, you probably didn't join it listening to someone speaking English because your English is not good, but maybe you've joined because you know that. For me, I got a lot of Vietnamese people that join, and they join because they know I'm Vietnamese, and that if they ever get stuck in the training, that I can help them a little bit. I can help them translate. Obviously, I can't translate the whole entire training for them because that would be like impossible. But if they can go through the basic, and if they ever get stuck on something kind of complicated, then I can help walk them through that. So that's how we support them for people that have language barrier. But we do have, a large community of other, language like Spanish, Vietnamese, Chinese, or I don't know, you're from
Afghanistan.
Yeah, so they mean Arabic, right? Yeah, so there's
Arabic, there's Farsi, there's Persian.
Yeah, Farsi. So so I mean, I wouldn't let the language barrier limit you, because to be honest, it's like if you're willing to learn, there's nothing that can stop you. It's just that when you are not ready to learn or to make a change, you're gonna come with so many excuses. I'm too busy. I don't have the time. I don't know. My English is not good, or you'll come with lots of excuses or reason why you can't move forward. Okay, I hear my dad now, so I think we do need to wrap it up.
Okay. Thank you so much, Karen, for giving me this opportunity, and thank you so much. And thank you so much for everyone watching. Please comment down below where you're watching from, and if you're watching the replay as well. And if you have any questions, just comment down below and we'll answer them as soon as possible. Thank you so much. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Karen. Have a good day.